here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the scores and overall just recapping Sunday, November 3rd, 2024. This day capped off one of the weeks of the NBA season, and well, I just want to go over these three games because why not? It's my job, and I like basketball a lot, so let's just get into that. But before we do, make sure you like, subscribe, put on the notifications, and comment on the video. It lets me know what you think, gets me more recommended. And if you put on notifications, you will literally be updated on the latest STTM videos. So yeah, you really do not want to miss them. But I'll just appreciate it as well. So enough with the Japanese, and let's get straight into the video. Goodbye! That was a good one. Okay, so let's start. First off, we got the Pistons beating the Nets. I'm actually kind of glad the Pistons won a game. I think this proves that they just might be better. They already seem like they're not too terrible away, so on the road. So I think that's definitely progress, but we definitely saw a pretty good defensive showing out of Jalen Duren. Tobias Harris had a nice veteran presence. Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey were definitely doing their thing in the backcourt. And overall, Tim Hardaway is actually not bad. He's most likely not going to be the starter. He only is because Ausar Thompson has a big injury, but overall, he's pretty good. On the bench, nobody too notable, but Malik Beasley did really well. I honestly thought Marcus Sasser would do a lot more because he actually had a pretty good rookie season last year, but he's honestly been disappointing. Like last season, yeah, he was a pretty good rookie off the bench, but I think he might be a bust. Off for the Nets, though, both Cam Johnson and Cam Thomas are doing very good. Dennis Schroeder was a little disappointing. He's had definitely a lot better scoring nights. I thought he would be like a really good pair up with Cam Thomas in that backcourt there, but it doesn't really seem like it's looking like that. Who's this guy? Yongi Kui? Is that how you say that? I could be butchering that. I'm sorry if I am, but I think that's it. Looks like the Nets just got him, and he's from... Does it say where he's from? Nah, it's not saying where he's from, but the Nets just got this guy. But off the bench, we had some nice role players. Not really nice, but they're definitely making progress. I'm kind of shocked Nick Claxton was being benched over Ben Simmons, out of all people. So I think that's a pretty bad move off of Jordy Fernandez, the coach of this team. But Nick Claxton did pretty well bench anyways. But Noah Clowney, Zaire Williams, and Jalen Wilson are pretty decent role players for this team. And Mr. Keon Johnson actually wasn't too bad. He had 5 points. He did get a block and steal, so he's pretty good off defense. So that's why he was not bad. Next up, we're going to go to the Battle of the Birds, the Hawks and the Pelicans. Hawks won this game. Both teams are at a similar rate, but the Pelicans got a lot of injuries right now. But let's look at the Hawks first. So we definitely see a duo. In this game, we saw a duo between Jalen Johnson and Trae Young. And actually, this is not this game, but I think this is probably for the season because Jalen Johnson's actually been playing very well for this Atlanta Hawks team. I'm pretty proud of that, to be honest. Zachary Sachet has looked terrible as a rookie, and so has this whole class, too. This honestly might be the worst rookie class of all time. But Clint Capella was a pretty decent vet. Dyson Daniels might be improving. Yeah, he actually might be. He might be improving. He might be. But let's also look at, Larry Nance Jr. Larry Nance Jr. off the bench was playing well. David Roddy scored a lot off the bench. Larry Nance Jr. also did a little good on defense because he got a steal. Garrison Matthews and Keaton Wallace got a couple points, and Keaton Wallace got 2 steals. So it was definitely a couple bits of defense that I did not expect. But for the Pelicans, we're seeing Brandon Ingram and Jordan Hawkins. Jordan Hawkins is emerging to a pretty well player, and Brandon Ingram has been on a tear lately since there's no Zion, there's no Zion, there's no CJ McCollum, and no DeJounte Murray on the floor right now. Yves Missy, very disappointing. No offense. Javonte Green, honestly, I think I could get more out of him. Jose Alvarado, not bad. He got 7 assists. He was really close to a double-double last night, and he's actually not doing pretty bad. Jamal Cain, Brandon Boston Jr., they're stepping up most definitely. They're most indefinitely stepping up after all these injuries, which I'm pretty happy about that. There's not really too much else to go over, but to be honest, I think my takeaways are I don't know if the Pelicans are going to be one of the play-in teams out of the Western Conference. Now, Magic and Mavericks. Now, before we get into one thing, I will say that I personally think Franz Wagner needs to step it up a little bit. I still think he's a really talented player, but without Paolo Banchero, he definitely needs to step up into that leadership role, and it doesn't really look like he's doing that. But let's look at some takeaways. Tristan Da Silva, actually not bad rookie year, pretty decent rookie year. Jalen Suggs doing pretty well. KCP and Wendell Carter Jr. doing pretty well as other starters for this team. Jonathan Isaac, Mo Wagner's doing actually pretty good. Cole Anthony, I'm not really shocked he's doing well. Jet Howard actually had a decent game. He usually does not get that. I still think he's a bust, but if he continues to have this over the span of like the next 5 or 6 games, or even just 4, probably he might not be a bust anymore. Luka and Kyrie are doing pretty well. Clay, a little disappointing. He did get 2 blocks, though, on defense, but I honestly thought he would do more on offense because he's actually doing pretty well this season. Not bad. Daniel Gafford, really good. PJ Washington's also a pretty nice player from what I'm seeing. He's actually not bad. He's solid. Livier Maxence Prosper is a straight-up NBA draft bust. Najee Marshall, not bad. Actually, yeah, he got only 4 points, but that's not bad though, because he also got 2 steals and his fair share of rebounds and assists, so that's not bad. Derek Lively did well off the bench. Quentin Grimes did too, but it's not too much takeaways from here. Say the Mavericks are gonna have a good season, and without Paolo, the Magic are kind of weak. So yeah. Anyways, that is just me recapping these 3 games from November 3rd, which when I'm recording this, that would have been last night. So yeah, this is the day after that happened. But, well, if you enjoyed, actually, you know what to do if you enjoyed, because I already went through that in the beginning of the video. As STTM is now out, see y'all next time. Road to 500 subs!